Hi, Dan Brown here. We got my brother Bill Brown, who joined us as well. And we are in front of the St. Louis scariest haunted house, and it's called The Darkness. Now, Ed, what do you know about this haunted house?
It's scary. It's almost as scary as my brother Bill. Don't make him angry.
And you can see that they have the escape. I don't know what is. Have you ever done an escape?
Yeah, we did one in Lake of the Ozarks.
How was it?
You end up asking for a lot of clues.
Oh,
Otherwise,
okay.
you just, you know, they put codes underneath tables and things, and
So you have to lift up the table to find the code?
or crawl under there and
Oh
take
my
a look. Yeah, there's keys in weird places. That's a thing. People are into it now. It'll last another year, and then.
Oh no, I disagree because that.
How many have you done?
0.0.
Okay, well there you go.
But every Halloween, people are going to come and they're going to want to do something different. And also, they have pinball in here, which is nice. I always like the old pinball machines,
Sure.
but I don't think they make them anymore, do they?
Oh yeah.
Oh, they do?
Oh yeah. A lot of new. That's one of the hot things is.
Retro?
Yeah. A lot
Oh.
of. There's one in Central West End. There's one in St. Charles. Arcade bars, barcades, I guess they're called. And yeah, that's a big deal. You know, baby boomers.
Can you get a triple action?
Gen X.
Triple action?
Haven't seen that one.
That'd be
I've seen Pinball Wizard though, the Who
my brother
pinball machine.
at Humpty Dumpty's game room used to play triple action, probably 3-4 hours. You would
Well,
hog the
Maple
machine.
Bowl actually.
I'm sorry?
We went to Maple Bowl to play
You went
that
to-
one.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And yeah, I'd get 25 games on it. I'd play so much I'd get sick of it. So I'd sell my 25 games for a quarter, and then somebody else would play them down.
Someone complained that you shook the machines, or you shook the machines, and
Mr. Humpty, yes.
they were telling your dad, and your dad said pinball's no fun unless you shake the machines.
That's what you do.
Did we get expelled from Humpty Dumpty's for a while? I don't
Yes, we
even
did.
know. Probably because it was all, quit shaking the machines, quit shaking the machines. Now it's
Yeah.
over there at, right there at Bell Fountain and Larimore.
It was
Sierra Vista.
Sierra Vista Shopping
Sierra Vista
Center. Yeah.
Shopping Center.
Yeah.
You know what? When you're a kid, you think it lasted like 5 years or something like that, but
It was less than a year.
It was less than a year.
Yep, 9 months.
Ah,
Yeah, bad idea to open a pinball room for a bunch of teenagers, because you know they were going to do terrible things. I knew guys would bang out slugs out of pennies. Can you believe that? They would actually take a penny, bang it into a quarter, and then use that to buy pinball games. It's unbelievable. What kind of
sick mind would
sick
think.
mind, moral leper would do something like that?
Somebody bankrupt. Bill, what did Humpty Dumpty mean to you?
Oh gosh, 1975, October of 75. I was a freshman in high school. A lot of pinball. Had a nice time over there.
It's kind of a transitional period. You still had the greasers with 1950s, the
overalls were in at that time too, if you remember.
Yeah, there was a lot of
Yeah,
that.
it's kind of odd. You go in there and
At the same
who's
time,
this
you
farmer?
had the blue jean jackets and
Yeah.
the long hair.
Bottoms.
And I remember the music. They played "Over the Hills and Far Away" by
Yeah,
Led
of
Zeppelin.
course.
They played that one over on the jukebox. And they also loved "Love Reign Over Me" by the Who.
Oh.
So you'd think Pinball Wizard would be the song, but no, it wasn't. It was "Love Reign Over Me" from
Well, that was
Quadrophenia.
Quadrophenia. Oh my goodness, that's very good. And well, anyway, a shout out to The Darkness, The Escape. Can
Yep.
you escape? I got to tell you, I will come here and see if I can escape.
Well,
we can't film it though. I
you
don't
can't
think.
make it. We're changing the name to just Ed Brown, attorney at law.
Wait a second here. Well, from here, does anybody else have anything else to add?
Bill,
Going.
you want to add to the pinball saga?
Well, that means we're going to go to a new place, somewhere really fascinating. So don't change the channel. Something else is going to... Look at my beloved mother. For her sake, do not change the channel. Thank you.
Okay, St. Louis Union Station, one of my most memorable places growing up. This place was really booming in the 80s. They opened up a whole new mall in here. They had stores, restaurants. Brett Hull, remember he had a place in there? Yeah, he had a place.
And he'd actually show up, which is nice.
When he wasn't busy with other things.
Hey, wait a second now. Go ahead. And then what else?
Oh, they had a Hooters in here.
Oh, that's true.
For years and years. That was a fun place to get a sandwich or a beer. And they opened up that the
food
hotel.
court.
Yeah, they had a food court.
Chicken teriyaki. Boy, I had to come up here every time, and chicken teriyaki was delicious.
They had a chili place in there. Remember, it was O.T. Hodges. They had an O.T. Hodges.
If you go back in the 1980s, we had concerts here, and we saw a lot of good concerts.
Yeah, in the back.
Yes.
Yeah, at the train shed.
Then wasn't it Riverfront Times that was sponsoring the? Who was the
That
owner?
sounds right.
Who's the owner of Riverfront Times?
I'll think of it. Just give me a minute. Yeah.
Dude, sorry about that. Let's talk about something else, and we'll get back to it.
Sure.
But no, they had really good concerts. They had Davy Jones. I'm sorry.
Ray Hartman.
Ray Hartman, yes. A big
Told
shout
you I'd
out
come
to
up with it.
shout out to Ray for
He's back at the Riverfront Times. He's writing a column for him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, good for him. I'm going to tell you. And I watched Donnybrook too, which is always kind of nice. And
it declined again.
Well,
It declined. Well, sure it did. It was empty.
Well, the trends moved on. How's that sound?
Whatever you want to call it.
The trends.
I think even the fudge place closed down. That's pretty bad when the fudge place leaves.
Oh.
Used to have the guys making the fudge and they yell, "Oh, fudge!"
And I ate a lot of that fudge too.
I ate a lot of that fudge.
It was good stuff.
It was doing well during the late Reagan, Bush 1, and early Clinton administrations. After that, not so good.
Well, but then now the good news is
it's
coming. It's gonna be coming up. Renovations and everything.
Aquarium, Ferris wheel.
Yes. So we're very happy to be a part of it. Well, we're not really a part of it.
Of course we are. We're St. Louisans.
That's true. We're paid taxes.
Yeah.
The city sales tax.
I bet part of it is anybody.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I agree. But it's beautiful fountain. There was some controversy about the fountains. You know about that, right?
About the naked man in the middle?
Yes. Well, there's a naked woman too.
Oh.
Yes.
Well, that's a little more interesting.
Hey, wait a second. Well, all right. I guess that means you're heterosexual.
The Mills Fountain, M-I-L-L-E-S.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, because he designed it.
Oh, he did? I'm going to tell you, it's pretty neat. I mean, I'm surprised there's nobody out there swimming or something. It always seems like
jumping around in it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whenever there's a fountain, there's usually some kids going, "It could be us, for goodness sakes." But
there might be some change in there, Dan, if you want to scoop up what you can.
If I get to that point in my life again, oops, did I slip that? Freudian slip?
For the 7th time.
For the umpteenth time. But anyway, where are we going to go next, C. Everett? Oh, well, we can't buy any fudge or anything now. Oh,
yeah.
Well, soon. It'll be a new beginning, and we're going to look forward to it.
We're going to move in a new direction.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, indeed. But anytime, if you're ever in St. Louis, come down to the fountain. My goodness, it's beautiful.
Nice hotel there.
Oh, my goodness.
Stay there,
and they have one of the best halls I've ever seen.
Yeah, you can whisper in the front of the hotel and hear somebody.
Yes.
They can stand quite a ways away. The acoustics are famous for the acoustics.
And then the balcony, you can go up on the balcony and everything else.
Yeah. And they have the mural.
Yes, the beautiful mural.
Yeah, the train. The history of St. Louis. It was the busiest train station in the world at one time.
That's true. I think World War II was really busy too.
Yeah,
I mean, those GIs, a lot of troops
came in and out of here.
Jeez, they would just get them in and ship them out.
That's right.
Get on the ships and off you go.
No Pullman cars for those guys. They crammed them in like sardines.
Jeez.
With all their equipment too.
Yeah. Well, beautiful day. Beautiful day to have our background at Union Station. And I got it. The clock still works.
It better.
Well, I'm just thinking. I mean, you would think so.
All right. So we saw a lot, and there's more to be seen.
So don't turn the channel, for goodness sakes. We'll be here.
We're likely to turn it off, I think. Than turn the channel.
No,
Yeah.
that's even worse.
No.
Don't turn it off. Just
Don't turn to Seinfeld, whatever you do. Our big competition. We
and
can't
if you're
have
real
that.
sleepy, turn up the volume.
Or Everybody Loves Raymond. I don't know what else is on at 4 in the morning.
I don't either. But you can always turn up the volume, and that'll keep you awake. All right?
King of Queens. Now that's a good show.
You like that?
Yeah, if King of Queens is on, you have permission to turn it
No!
from us to them.
No. I feel like the robot. Warning, Will Robinson. Warning, warning, warning. No, never say that.
Well, TiVo them and then watch us.
Ah!
Okay.
Yeah, TiVo. Yes,
there
that's
you
true.
go. All right.
All right. Well, here we go.
Off we go.
Off we go.
Back to work. We got to do some legal work. You know, can't just be shooting these all day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hurt in a car wreck or hurt on the job? Call Brown & Brown now for a risk-free consultation. In Missouri, dial all 3s. In Illinois, dial all 8s.
Questions? We'll answer them for you, risk-free. At Brown & Brown, we'll fight for you and your legal rights.
We only get paid if you collect. So if you've been injured in a car wreck or hurt on the job, call Brown & Brown now. In Missouri, dial all 3s. In Illinois, dial all 8s.
And at Brown & Brown, if you can't come to us,
We'll come to you. Here we are, standing in front of the Stifel Theater, which used to be the Kiel Opera House, right?
That's right, Kiel Opera House. A lot of people still call it that. I saw a lot of concerts here. I saw Bruce Springsteen after I got past the fact that somebody sold me fake tickets for the concert the night before.
Ouch.
Yes, I had to run back and get my money and find some real tickets. But you saw some shows here.
Oh my goodness! Bob Dylan of all, and John Mellencamp was always very good. And then I saw Tom Petty, and that was at the Damn the Torpedo tour. And I got to tell you, he was at his peak right then. God bless his soul. And the Kiel Auditorium was built in, I think, 1934, and then it went through a renovation in about 1991, and we were concerned it would never, show the light of day anymore. And somebody told me that they didn't have enough loading docks. So apparently, like at the Fox Theaters, you got 3 loading docks so you can get all the equipment in and everything else. Well, my understanding is, and please, if it's 2, I stand corrected, but I always think they only had 1 stock or 1.
Well, the concerts have gotten a lot bigger.
That's true.
When you see a big show pull up, what do we see not long ago? Lady Gaga, I think.
Lady Gaga, and
she had, 4 big rig trucks with taller equipment in
Pink
it.
Floyd that came.
Yeah,
well, it was kind of
bring
Pink
a lot
Floyd.
of stuff. Yeah.
Kind of Pink Floyd. Maybe not all Pink Floyd, but they had so many trucks though. I mean, so I think concert goers are demanding more for their money, and rightfully
you can
so.
watch a lot of it on YouTube. You
That's
can see
true
the
too.
same concert, on your little phone, or
Yes.
if you want to be blown away, you come over here. And I remember the old days, the courts were here.
Oh, that's right.
The city courts. And I remember coming here when I was just still in law school. I got a speeding ticket of my own. I remember seeing 2 ancient old attorneys when I got off the elevator, and they were saying, "You want us to take care of your ticket? We can take care of your ticket for you." And I thought, this is the profession I'm getting into with these old dudes that
60 years from now,
that's
this
right.
is
That'll
where
be
I
me.
want to be.
Right.
Jeez. But no, the Kiel. What other concerts? There were just. They used to have. I saw the Mike Tyson fight here, the 34-second fight. You remember that? No, that wasn't Mike Tyson. Yes, it was Mike Tyson against
Evander Holyfield?
No, it was St. Louisian. Spinks. Michael Spinks.
Michael Spinks, yes.
34 seconds.
Yeah.
And my ticket price was $35. So I thought I got ripped off by a dollar.
The breeze from Tyson's glove knocked Michael Spinks over, and that was the end of that fight.
When that happened, it was a collective, and this place was packed. It was just a collective sigh. It was just like, oh, we got ripped off.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say that, but it's true. I mean, but Spinks, did he do anything else afterwards?
Michael, he retired with his millions. Smart guy.
Is he still living in St. Louis, you think?
No.
No?
He moved away a long time ago.
Yeah.
There are Spinks here. Leon, I think, is still around.
Is he?
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of. I wish everybody all the best. And Bill, what concerts did you see that you enjoyed?
Probably, I would say 8 to 10 over the years. John Cougar Mellencamp's spoken word last fall. John did a very good job with that. The first show that I saw here, October '74, some of our listeners will recall REO Speedwagon, Kevin Cronin.
That was
the first, the best. I was really looking forward to that one. Gary Richrath.
Yes. Yeah, those were good shows. Sometimes, though, the sound was distorted, kind of like right now with this fire engine going by. But, yeah, sometimes the sound, and I had to walk out of a Yes concert, of all things. And people say, well, why would you walk out of a Yes concert? And I said, because the sound was so distorted, I couldn't enjoy it. That's happened quite a few times.
Yeah.
The other thing is, if you go to the old arena, of course, that's all different. But Kiel, it was indestructible. And when you went into the bathrooms, it's kind of like a dorm room. It's all blocks and everything else, cement blocks. It wasn't any wood or anything that's easily destroyed. So that thing was
old school Depression,
wasn't it?
Architecture.
No, I think that was what do they call it? For fallout shelter or whatever. I think there was a fallout shelter in there.
Very possible, sure.
So if there was a nuclear, God forbid, a nuclear bomb, but some of those concerts were kind of could be compared to that. But it's always kind of good to get out and about and see some shows.
It's always fun. Saw Todd Rundgren here about a year ago.
Yeah.
That was a good show.
But he talked like 30 minutes, didn't he?
No, not that show.
The one before.
It was with Utopia. Yeah, I saw him also at the pageant. That wasn't a very good show. Yeah. This one was good. Really liked it.
Yeah. I saw the repeat on AXTV.
Oh, really?
Yes.
They do that, huh?
Oh, yes. They like it. Well, as for the concert days, Bill, do you have anything else to add?
Stifel's got some concerts these days. You can go online, check it out. There's still plenty of good concerts left to be seen down here.
Yeah.
Come on down.
Ed Brown, anything else?
It's all about the parking, and I've got a secret parking place, which I'm never going to divulge. I'll take it to my grave. So
I'm going to follow you now.
Good luck with that.
I'll follow you, and I'll
know where to
hunt
park.
you down.
Never got a ticket there. Unlike the ticket I got today. Thank you, City of St. Louis, for writing me.
How much?
$15 whole.
Oh, I think you can afford it, T. Edward. Goodness sakes.
I don't want to afford it.
Well, what are your options? Wait till
appeal it.
Go into court and spend 3 days in court for a $15 parking
ticket. The principle of the thing.
Well,
you have to get up pretty early in the morning to pick my wallet.
I know a good lawyer if you need one.
All right, we're here. We'll soon not be here, so let's get moving.
All right.
Next show before I get another parking ticket.
At Brown & Brown, our phone numbers are easy to remember. In Missouri, dial all 3s. In Illinois, dial all 8s. So if you've been in a car wreck or hurt on the job, call Brown & Brown for a risk-free consultation.
At Brown & Brown, we'll give you the personal attention that you deserve. We only get paid if you collect. So if you've been in a car wreck, hurt on the job, call us now for a risk-free consultation.
In Missouri, dial all 3s. In Illinois, dial all 8s.
And at Brown & Brown, if you can't come to us,
we'll come to you. And we are here and we're going to tell some stories about the criminal justice system and beyond. Ed, you have a couple tidbits?
I've got a million of them.
All right, let's start with 1A.
Okay. Well, this building is the old municipal court building. They call it the dirty building as opposed to the civil courts building, which they call it the clean building. Dirty building because it's been here since there was smoke alerts back in the 30s. St. Louis was filled with black smoke, and remember one case I had where I had an older airline pilot, or he was an airline pilot. He'd been fired. He was on his 4th DWI, and we were meeting in court. They had court on Saturday mornings in those years, and we were going up the escalator to the courtrooms, which was on the 2nd floor, and just so happened that a lady stepped on the escalator behind us, and my guy, he was an old, not a bad-looking guy. He was no Cary Grant, but he was all right. He turned around and he said, "You are a mighty fine-looking woman." And she kind of smiled and nodded. And so we got up to the courtroom and we went in there, had to wait a few minutes. And guess who came walking out onto the bench in her robes right as we walked up there? It was the same lady, and she had somehow noticed that my client had been drinking.
This is the judge, by the way. Go
Yes,
ahead.
and I noticed he'd been drinking too, but I wasn't going to say anything if he didn't say anything. And she said, "Well, we can't take a plea." We had it all worked out. I'd got him a great deal, but unfortunately, since he'd been drinking, the judge wouldn't allow him to take a plea, so we had to do the whole thing, continue it, had to come back again. So, don't know what the moral of that story is. Make sure your client hasn't been drinking before you got to court.
I used to be a prosecuting attorney, and story after story, one of the... some of these guys would think that could get away with anything. And
bulletproof,
yes.
as they call.
So what they did once is there was two people, and I'm prosecuting one person, and the judge found him guilty, likely, yes. And then all of a sudden, they said, "Well, Judge, we have something as a curveball." I said, "Well, what's the curveball?" "Well, this isn't the defendant. The defendant's sitting right there." They tried to play the two defendants. They were brothers, and then the judge got really mad. And then you never said judicial deference, because that means the judge has to make the judgment. They want me to make the judgment. But this time he said, "Counselor, sit down." Oh my gosh, he locked both of them up. I was like, oops. I was like, goodbye. And then they had to bail out and everything else. So whatever you do, don't try to play that, because...
Well, that was in Chicago, right?
That was in Chicago.
All sorts of shenanigans in Chicago.
You know what? When I first became a prosecuting attorney, they had rules. And the first rule was, don't shake your opposing attorney's hand. And I was like, why? He goes, because a lot of times you'll find a $50 bill in it. I said, whoa. That's not good. And then, there was a phone there, and they said, do not say anything on that phone. I said, why not? And he goes, because it's tapped. The federal government has a tap on this particular phone. So don't touch the phone. And I was like, what am I getting myself into? All this stuff. But
well, one more story.
All right, go ahead.
From this building.
Yes.
The dirty building.
I'll say the dirty building.
That's what they call it.
All right, we'll do.
That's the name.
All right.
Now it's empty. There's nothing in it. What, are you going to insult the building by calling it the dirty building? I mean, that's what it is. But anyway, the jail used to be in the back there, right across from the Kiel Center, which is now the Enterprise Center. Anyways, one of the prisoners somehow escaped from the jail wearing his orange jumpsuit. Well, the worst place you could run into if you escape from a jail is a hockey game. And that's exactly what he ran into, a Blues game with his orange jumpsuit. Yes. And ran past security and everything else. But all these big beefy hockey fans, they could hardly wait to grab this guy. And so he's running all over the place. He's like a rabbit being chased by hounds. And finally they got him and put him under. And then he was yelling for the police, "Help me, help me! Get these guys off of me!" So
he snuck out the window, didn't he?
I can't remember how he escaped, but he got out somehow. So it was bad idea. Don't run into a hockey game if you escape from jail.
So when I first got the prosecuting attorney's office, they didn't have air conditioning. So what happened is they'd open up the door or the windows to get some cool air in, or some air, but the prisoners found out about it, and they're like, they're looking out. I think I can make that jump. Oh no, broken legs and everything else. But no, these are a couple of stories that that come by. There's many, many more, but a lot of them I really can't say because I don't want people to connect the dots and then say, "Oh, I know who that is."
We'll tell you in private.
Yeah, we'll tell you in private. So this is storytelling time. And do you have any other stories to come?
I got a million of them, but 2 will suffice for now.
Well, we'll be held in suspense for
that's right.
your subsequent stories.
The other 999,998.
So here's where we're going to go next. We're going to go to City Hall.
Oh boy.
This is another great location. We might even meet the mayor.
I don't think so.
No?
No.
You can knock on his door.
Her door.
Don't they know who we are? I'm just kidding. I would never say that. All right. Well, from here to there, we're going to walk a long ways. And
I'm
my
not
feet
walking. I'm driving.
my feet are barking.
All right.
Don't make me get out my shoes.
Flat feet. We don't want to see those again.
All right. So we're going to go to the City Hall, and then from there, who knows where else. But don't change the channel. Look at this guy. Enthusiastic. He's ready to go.
I got 2 thumbs up, not just 1.
I've never seen that before.
I might even put my toes up if you play your cards right.
That's a little bit too much.
All right, let's go.
All right. One more quick story. Prosecuting attorney's office. And I'm prosecuting this fellow because he had tinted windows. And I said, all you have to do is strip them off and come back the next court appearance. So he comes back the next court appearance about 3 weeks later. And he goes, see, here, you can see that there's not tinted anymore. I said, well, wait a second here. Your window is rolled down. He goes, no, it isn't. I said, yes, you can see where it's rolled down. And he goes, oh, you got me on that one. And I'm like, what the heck? Come on, pal. What is cheaper, getting a $175 ticket or just take the tint off? It's pretty simple. But some people, I don't know what happens. They just don't get it through. So please, if you have tinted windows and you're going to roll it down and you're going to think you're going to get away with it in court, it's probably not going to happen. That's my little story of the day, and that's it.